Hey everyone, how's it going? Thanks for checking out today's video. Today in the shop, we have this super clean 2018 Civic Type R. We're gonna test it out, put it on the dyno, and see what it makes. This car is owned by my friend Brandon, who's part of Escargot Boosted Garage, another YouTube channel that you're gonna see more of on my channel, because we have a collaboration planned. We picked up a car together and we're gonna do a whole bunch of testing with it, so stay tuned for that. But for today, Brandon, tell me a bit about your car. What do you have? What have you done to it? And then we'll go through, I guess, what we're gonna do today with the car.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like you said, it's a 2018 Type R. It's mostly stock, just a few bolt-ons.
So you've done like 3 bolt-ons, right?
3 bolt-ons. So it has the PRL Intercooler, PRL Catless Downpipe with the mid-pipe, and an Injen Intake.
Okay. And right now you have the Flashpro installed, but it's running the stock flash. We're gonna strap it down to the dyno. We'll run it with the stock flash, and then we'll go through and try out some of the different off-the-shelf flashes that Hondata offers and see what it puts down and see how it does. So why don't I get busy strapping it down and we'll see how much it makes. Okay, car's all strapped down, just warming it up, and I wanted to share with you which map we're actually using. So for the first pulls, what we're running is the Hondata factory settings map. We're gonna see what this map puts down with the mods that it has on, and then we'll go from there. We'll probably load up a 91 octane PRL downpipe and intercooler map, and then possibly the 93 octane PRL downpipe and intercooler map, because this has got 94 octane fuel in it right now. But yeah, so just letting it warm up. It's basically up to temperature now, and this thing is super clean. Like, it still smells like a new car in here. It's only got 6,300 kilometers on it, so it's like basically brand new. Let's do some pulls and see what it makes. Okay, so we've done a few pulls and interesting results. The best results were with the pull before it got heat soaked. And what did it make? It made 283 horse and 267 torque peak. That was technically the second run, and it did make the best power. The third run, it lost a lot of power. Basically, it was heat soaked, and the ECU pulls out all kinds of timing and whatnot, so it doesn't make as much horsepower. And you can see it's technically lost. It's gone from nearly 40 horse. So interesting results with the stock flash. We're gonna load up the 91 PRL tune that Hondata offers and see how much that makes. We're gonna try to cool it down so that it's not heat soaked anymore, and see what the best results we can get out of it are. Okay, so flash is done. I've uploaded the 91 octane PRL downpipe and intercooler and selected the Injen Intake option for it. So that's all loaded. It's just getting back up to temperature because it cooled off a little bit. So let's do some pulls and see what it makes with this flash. all said and done for today. I have a bunch of pulls with the stock map, a bunch of pulls with the 91 map, and a bunch of pulls with the 93 maps. Obviously the 93 maps made the most power, and I'll go into all that in the graphs, but it's interesting. For example, the stock maps run about 15 pounds of boost. So if you can see here, roughly 15 pounds of boost, and it tapers off to about 11 up top. And then the 91 maps, what did it run? 91 maps, it ran 25 pounds of boost and tapered down to about 20 at redline. And then all said and done, the 93 maps ran about 25, 26 PSI and 20 pounds of boost at redline. The big difference though is ignition timing. The 93 maps run a significant amount more, 2 to 3 more degrees of ignition timing, and that's where it picks up the extra power for sure. So let me go over to the computer and I'll show you the graphs. Okay, all said and done, I have the 3 main graphs up that I want to show, and what I have is the stock horsepower and torque graphs, the 91 PRL maps, horsepower and torque, and then the 93 horsepower and torque. So obviously these lower lines are the stock. What's really impressive is the gains that this has picked up from stock to say the PRL 93 maps. For example, torque at 3,500 RPMs with the stock map is 240 basically, and it jumps up to 323. So significant mid-range gains, huge gains in the mid-range torque-wise. Peak power, definitely big, 284 to 317. So significant horsepower gains, but it's interesting. With just a few mods and basically off-the-shelf flashes, you can pick up a significant amount of power. Anyways, this is just the first round. Hopefully we'll get into some tuning in the future, but we wanted to get some baseline pulls down, and then we'll go from there. Hey everyone, so I actually have to jump in here. The day that we did all these dyno runs, I wasn't happy with the final results because I felt that the car was getting too heat soaked to get accurate readings. So I actually invited Brandon to come back, and he's here again tonight. And we're just testing the PRL 93 off-the-shelf maps again to see if we can get a little bit better numbers without the car being as heat soaked. It's a little bit cooler tonight, and we haven't done all the other pulls with the stock map and the 91 maps and whatnot. So what we found out was that when the car was nice and cool, on this dyno with the PRL off-the-shelf map, it actually made 340. 340 horse, and I think it was 334 torque. And that seems more realistic and more in line with what the claims are. So anyways, I thought I would just quickly update you because I didn't feel that the last day that we were here doing all these tests really represented what this car would be doing on this dyno with that off-the-shelf map. So anyways, the final results for the PRL 93 tune are 340 and call it 335 torque. So I feel happier with those results. That's much more realistic than the 322 or the 318 that it did when it was all heat soaked. But what's interesting about this car is as the intake air temperatures climb, it starts pulling the power away. So you have to be really careful about how you get an accurate reading power-wise with these cars. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thanks again for watching. Bye now.